Yo, what is up, you guys? It's your boy Avexys, and today I'm gonna just be showing you guys my settings, give you guys a little guide on how to choose the best settings for yourself as well, while showing you mine. So let's get straight to it. So if you guys didn't know, I actually committed to playing Classic Alt, and I actually don't plan on switching off of it anymore. I'm not even gonna lie, I switched to Alt, and then I would switch back like within a few weeks, cause it usually be while I'm taking a break from the game too, so it's like a bad time to learn it, cause I'll be wanting to take a break. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna commit to Classic Alt, and it's actually it's definitely the best control scheme in the game. It does have a little bit of a learning curve too, like bouncing doesn't feel like the same as it does on default, because sometimes you can't grab walls and the timing of moving is different. On this control scheme, you have to be a lot more precise and quicker with your left stick and pressing your A button at the same time so you can get the wall you want. So let's get straight to it. Alright, so first of all, you guys see I am on the regular classic alt control scheme. And it's not default on it. This is truly alt because I don't have my Y to X and X to A controller remapping to make it more like default. If you guys are default players, I advise you to definitely play on what is called DEFAULTERNATE, where you have your control scheme set to alt and then your buttons map from Y to X and X to A, because it makes your game feel more responsive when you're trying to bounce. The only thing is that the downside of it is that sometimes when you want to like roadie run near walls, it will grab the wall instead of letting you roadie run, because it changes the logic to where when you tap the button in, like once it's on press, like your wall bounce is on press instead of release. So that means that you won't really get the opportunity to hold it down when you're near walls, because the game will register that you once you like press in the button, you instantly grab the cover in front of you. So we have classic alt. I have my look sense on 30 because I feel like this makes alternate feel the best for me, and I like being able to whip my screen a little bit and go for like very like clean and fast reaction shot blind fires. Not saying you can't do this on lower sense. With it being in the new tuning and the game being slowed down, you can actually kind of play on whatever sense you want, and you'll have just some pros and cons. So for me, I always stay above like 26, but there are like professional players that are actually extremely good that have played on 20s, 24, even 17. I'm not kidding. So if you guys want to play on a lower sense, do not feel like you're at a disadvantage. The thing is, when you're playing on a lower sense like that, what you're playing for most of the time is for players to backtrack across your screen back and forth, so you don't have to really move too much of your right stick. When you're playing on the lower sense, it's actually harder to miss, to be honest. And the other thing is, if you want to have very clean movement on lower sense, you want to master your angle bounce. Your angle bounce is going to be the most important thing, and that's what I'm doing right now. It's like I'm not moving my left stick. I'm just gliding into the walls from just the angles. You can't camera bouncing is harder on the on lower sense because like you can't move your cameras faster, obviously. So I have it on 30 because that feels it feels well for me. Only thing is with 30 cents, sometimes blind firing, like when like little straight fights, it can be a little difficult. So I recommend you guys to increase your accuracy for your blind fires, to aim low because you'll get more full spreads than if you aim high. So that's basically it for my 30 look sense. That's just how fast your character turns, and without aiming in. So the next one is the target sensitivity. Now I actually tried playing with my target sensitivity on 30, but it really does feel a little bit too fast, and it decreases my accuracy with my Lancer, and I have a very good Lancer. If you guys watch any of my clips, like I barely miss with my Lancer, so I'm keeping that on 28. It makes my power weapons feel pretty steady too. Like I don't need it to be on 30, because I want that very good accuracy. And this is only when you are just in a regular left trigger aim. This is not when you are zoomed in at all. That is what your zoom sensitivity is. So for your zoom sense, if you guys have ever watched any of my older videos, you guys know that I love to keep my zoom sense a little bit lower than my target sense. It makes the game feel a lot more steady, because when you're zoomed in, most of the time, you want to be locked in. You feel me? So I keep my zoom sense a little bit lower than my target sense, and I have it on 25 because that's what feels good. This is all about what's comfortable to you. So if you guys want to try my sense, definitely do that. But end of the day, it is always about what's comfortable to you. This video is mainly just to explain to you what sensitivity is and what are the pros and cons of playing on a higher versus low sense. Now that the game is slower, once again, like you can really choose whatever sense you want to play on. Like there is no high sense advantage because like the game is actually slowed down pretty much. So like you can get away with playing on lower sense much easier than you would if it was a higher if it was a faster paced game. Like previously when this game was first not when this game first dropped, it was pretty slow when it first dropped, but when this game wasn't as quick. I mean when it was quick, like it was like the second update, third update. It was faster than what it is now. So I have my zoom sense on 25. Next thing you have is your aim acceleration. Now what your acceleration is, if you guys know what acceleration means, it is like the amount of time it takes you to reach your max speed. So when it's on 10, you are automatically going to be getting your max speed off rip. This is 30s on max speed, aim accel. Now if I put it on 5, you guys will see the difference, how it has to build up to that 30 cents. Well, it will get there over time. This, for me, I feel like it makes the game a little bit awkward, so I'll always keep my aim accel on 10 so I can have like a true constant sense at all times. If you guys have a lower aim accel though, it's not like it's a bad thing. I have like played on 8 before, but you know, it just wasn't for me. So I always keep it on 10. I like having that you know, that consistency. If I want to play on like a lower sense, I just play it like on a 26 and have it on 10, you know what I mean? Just so I have that constant sensitivity and it's not like changing as I turn my screen more. Next you have your dead zones. Now people usually get real confused when it comes to dead zones. Dead zones are literally just in the game just to prevent stick drift. Alright, so for example, I don't have stick drift when I'm on 1-1. I hope they stop shooting me. I don't know why they're on me like this. I'm gonna get away. Okay, well whatever. I have my sticks on 1-1 because when I have it on 0-0, as you guys can see, I can move it and it'll probably keep on moving on its own. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's real slight. But once I put my fingers back on the joysticks, it stops moving. So that's really all you're looking for because your hands will really never be off of your, you know, off your sticks. So whatever you're comfortable with. There's actually some people that play with a little bit of stick drift as well and it doesn't affect them. So if you guys are fine with that, feel free, you know what I mean? You don't have to play like that. I'll keep mine on 1-1 because, you know, it's the perfect sense for me and it doesn't move on this. You guys can see. Next, I have my vibration off. Now, this game has a lot of different like vibration registry. So, like you get vibration when you shoot, you get vibration when you commit to a cover, when you know like when you get hurt. There's a lot of vibration going on, but at the same time, vibration does help with getting your feel down and your timing for the game. So, if you like to play vibration on, you know, then that's on you. Obviously, it's all about what you're comfortable with. I can't stress that enough. Leave me alone. All right, invert Y and X axis. I was not a 007 player, so I played 007 back then. But I never liked playing with invert axis on either Y or X because like I don't want it to move the opposite of what I want to turn at. There are a few players that play on it, but it's just, you know, that's another thing that's just not for me. Same thing with toggle aim. I always keep this normal because I want to be holding LT if I want to aim in and let it go, then it zooms out. I don't want to press LT once for it to aim in and then once for it to zoom out. Feels like that's just a little too much. Now OMNI on, I'll play with my OMNI on because I'm playing on alternate now. When I played on default, I don't want to play with OMNI on because the simple fact that like I felt like I rolled more. And now since I don't roll at all, because I play on classic all, well I roll like, but it's only off like when I hit a cover and then roll like that off of it. So I like having more control of like my rolling because it can help me in certain situations like that if I want to roll back at an angle to cover, you know. So you know, this could help me out a lot. Makes it pretty easy too. So if you guys want to definitely try it out, then do so. Now analog movement and cover. It's literally like you just control the movement speed with just your left stick. It's like it's a little faster. It's kind of weird that they add to set it in the game, but it really doesn't do much. I honestly don't really know the difference in it and have it in the on and off, but I just keep it on just because I think that's what the default setting is anyways. Sticks default. I don't want to play on Legacy or anything like that. I actually, you know, it's funny. I actually used to play on Legacy back in Gears 3, But every single game's Legacy actually feels pretty different, so I got committed to just playing on default. Legacy is like your sticks are sort of like swapped in some of the movements that that you play with, so I don't play on that anymore. Ooh. Next, you have triggers. There's a few players that play on left-handed triggers. It just swaps them around where you shoot with LT and you aim with RT. Like, for example, Zerpting, if you guys know who he is, he's a professional. He was a professional player. He doesn't play anymore, but he played on left-handed triggers. And it was, you know, it worked out for him, obviously. Next, you have single stick. Single stick is where when you press A and you slide into a cover, your screen does not move back to the center. Like here, like I'm not on single stick right now, and if I aim down and press the wall, it brings me back up. But if you turn on single stick, it doesn't. Now I actually like single stick. I really enjoy playing on it, but because it's currently G8 in the pro scene, I don't play on it. But who knows? I might break that G8 one day, just because I literally don't care. So if you guys want to play on single stick, I actually recommend it. It's very fun to play on. It makes your movement feel very nice, and you have more control over it, and like you're able to look at your opponents easy while you're bouncing and stuff. But the only downfall with single stick is the fact that like your screen does recenter after like a few seconds of inactivity. So it makes like just walking up to people and just about walking them a little bit harder because you have to constantly move your right stick. And then that's basically it for my controller settings. Next is my game settings. Now I always have all my HUD stuff on except for like tutorial hints because I don't like the big text popping up on my screen. Just so you can have, you know, all of the possible help with the game, like all the information on your screen. You know, you get the X-ray, you get to see you see your teammates through walls without having to press LB. You know, stuff like that. And you guys know the little trick. You can LB somebody. I mean, mark them, and then I hope he gets away from me so I can do it. But you can mark somebody and then LB, and then you can see them through the cover. So simple as that. I think these people know who I am, so they're just following me around the map. I'm used to it. It's whatever. So I have my my health omen on immersive because I got used to it. And I feel like the simple omen does not always display your damage pretty well. Like if you're under 10%, that's actually pretty vital to know when you're playing on the professional level, because some players will actually just shoot you twice with a pistol and then get into 2 steps out of the chunk range and full spread you and you'll go down. And when you're on a simple omen, you actually don't even know if you're like 10% health. You feel like you're fully regen, and that's just not the case. And then feel like you just got one shot down when that's not the case. So I'll play with immersive because I feel like immersive displays your damage better. And it shows you the center of the screen when you're playing. So let's keep that on. Next, HUD and TACCOM text chat on, but you know people be toxic, so that's up to you. Also, it's not my controller settings anymore, but I keep my brightness on 60 because I feel like this game feels better. I mean, not feel better. It looks better when it's on a lower brightness setting. I keep my gore on because gore off in this game, it doesn't really show up too well for me. Like I don't feel like it feels as well as it did in like Gears 3 or Gears 4, where the sparks fly and you can really read how much damage you put on your opponent. So I always keep my gore on in this game. Gore off used to be fun for me though. It's not like I'm fully against it, or that's like extremely bad or anything like that. Mature content on, friendly filter off. Don't care about that stuff too much. These, you don't really have to worry about this. I don't know why single stick isn't accessible. Actually, yes, I do. Because I get it. Never mind. But let's just see it for my controller settings, you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, if it helped you learn anything new, make sure you guys drop a like for your boy. I appreciate all of you guys for pulling up, watching the video. And if you made it to the end, then I appreciate that as well, because this was like a nice little 14-15 minute video. So you guys, definitely, once again, man, I know a lot of you guys are going to watch this video and immediately just copy and paste my settings and expect to play like me, but that's really not the case. Play on whatever makes you like feel comfortable with your game, because that's really what you're going to play the best with at the end of the day. And then over time, if you want to play on a higher sense, raise it 1 by 1 over like the course of like 10 matches or 20 matches or something like that. That's the best way to get used to it. So that's basically it for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at VonTheDonTV. Follow me on Twitter at _Avexys. Follow me on Twitch at Avexys. And you guys already know, subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Turn on those post notifications so you can see when I'm uploading. Like and comment on this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. I love you guys, and we're almost at 30K. So let's boost me up there, man. We're so close. I want to drop some bangers for you guys. And I'm going to be taking my channel in the IRL route if you guys haven't watched my recent update video. So, as I see you guys, I appreciate you guys for watching this video once again. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.